Hello.
I'm finally caught up from the subathon. I hope you make a YouTube video of the LJ Husky arc. I'd pay to watch that in theaters.
Boy, oh boy. How far we've come, guys. Look at this fucking guy, dude. What happened, man? Oops, sorry about my phone. It's doing that little static because I'm fucking charging it. But, hello. Mrs. Mockingjay, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for resubbing. I do appreciate the ongoing support. Tombo Wombo with 30 months. Holy shit, 30. He says, let's go. Yeah, bruh. Let's go. We're in jail, man. But we'll go as good as we can go. Hey, Tracy. Kevin, how you doing, man? Thank you for the 18 months. He says, I'm finally caught up with the subathon. Hope you make a YouTube video of the LJ/Husky arc. I'd pay to watch that in theaters. Dude. I'd love to. It would, if I was to do that, I'd have to take a week or two off streaming. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is I didn't record it. So the footage would have to be downloaded from Twitch, which would be average quality, like video quality. And that would bug the hell out of me. It'd be watchable still, but it wouldn't be crisp HD, which is what I'd... Fuck off, phone. Which is what I might take my phone off the charge if it keeps doing that. So I want to charge my phone, but I also don't want the fucking static bullshit. It's so annoying. It'd be like a 2-hour video probably as well. It'd be a long one, yeah. It'd be a long one. Arch Trap. Thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back, dude. 2-hour edited massive arc. Trust me, I have considered it because it's such a good arc that I'm very, very tempted. But YouTube's like I don't know. YouTube's a weird beast now, man. It's not like it was. When it comes to like content like that, I think YouTube really goes out of its way to like promote the very intriguing clickbaity kind of titles, videos, like really like shallow kind of content to keep people moving so they can watch the ads and shit. It's not really made for highly edited fucking like movie like edit style like me and Moon, or Moon more so. It doesn't really reward that anymore like it used to, which is like one of the reasons why I focus on Twitch, because I can tell my stories and stuff. It's not edited, but you know, I can put music in and stuff, so it's like it's it's not exactly how it is on YouTube, obviously. There's with YouTube I can edit music and sounds and all that to make it as movie-like as possible. But I can do just as I can do a pretty good job live to give you that kind of experience. And people don't realize that. Like, I had a comment on my YouTube, on my VOD channel, saying, "Oh, it's a shame that Verts doesn't appreciate his YouTube audience anymore." It's not about not appreciating my YouTube audience. It's just, you know, we all grow and change, and I love my YouTube channel. I'm very proud of a lot of the things I've put up on my YouTube channel. But I love streaming more. I love connecting to my audience live. It's really fun for me. And if I was to do YouTube the way I used to do YouTube, I'd have to sacrifice doing this like every day or every other day. Because remember when I was doing YouTube, I was only streaming like once every 3 weeks or something. Like, I wasn't streaming that much. I don't know if you guys remember that, but when I was doing YouTube, I only had time to stream like very sparingly. Once or twice a month, something like that. Unless I was doing like an event, like a 7 Days to Die thing, then I'd stream for like a 7-day period solid. But, you know, if it's one or the other, I enjoy Twitch. Well, it's not Twitch, but I love live content. And I'll probably go back to YouTube at some point and do videos. I'll probably upload videos. Just, I'm not going to be a full-time. At least the plan right now is not to be a full-time YouTuber, where it's just, you know, 7 videos a week. Going back to that just sounds like a complete fucking nightmare. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. You know? Because eventually I probably will finish my Red Dead stuff. At some point, I'll need a break, and I'll get away from it. And we'll see what happens after that. Hey, right, how you doing, man? When I was 6, I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber. Well, I was doing YouTube. Shit.
3 months?
2015? 2016? Been doing this for a while. Lucy Goosey, thank you for the 3-month resub. How you doing, man? There's Eli, boys and gals. You have the worst YouTube channel. Hey. At least you're the best at something, right? Even if it's about being the worst. Just been doing cadet stuff. Yeah, I feel you, man. I really enjoyed the cadet stuff with Boyd. I really want to get Trench on a call and do like a Q&A with you guys about that. Because that arc, man, I'm telling you, like, I don't think I'll ever top it. And it was just, I don't know, it was just fucking amazing, man. From the moment that LJ shot Wallaby to the moment Wallaby shot Husky was just some of the best fucking story I've ever been a part of. I'm very lucky. Very lucky. Do a Vert's Famous People podcast. I will. I know people want me to do that. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. The stars aligned for that arc. Yeah. Honestly, it was Trench. Trench, you know, he carried the fuck out of that. Because if Husky didn't work, the whole thing wouldn't have worked, you know? And it was like, it made, like, I was confident.
Vert dance.
T-Cope, thank you for the 9-month resub. Thank you for the dances. I knew with Trench that that he'd do a good job. I knew he'd do a good job. We briefly spoke about like Husky's motivations, so I kind of had an understanding like what he was gonna do. And I was hyped for it. But that very first scene when he walked into the slaughterhouse and we gave him the tour, and then I walk him to the door and he's like, you know, no matter where you go, I'll find you. Like, as soon as I seen the character, I knew. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking good. It's gonna be good, man. And you know what's crazy? The months leading up to Husky, like I'm talking like 3 months before Husky even showed up, I was getting comments in my chat being like, when's Husky gonna show up one day? You should get Trench to play Husky. And I had already talked to Trench about playing the character. It's crazy that some people in my chat are like so into the story. Like there's people that make predictions like that, and I just ignore them, and I don't acknowledge them because I'm like, fuck, these motherfuckers know already. They're already onto this shit. I was sad because Husky died. I hoped in case it would be a classic he's not actually dead scenario. Oh no, he's dead, man. He's dead as fuck. But it was very important. That was such an important arc. And like I know we'll talk more about it, like me and Trench, if I ever do like a little like podcast or Q&A about it. Because originally the plan was Husky was going to be around for a few months. Like originally I wanted like Husky to lead the gang for, you know, 4 or 5 months, like well into 2023. But the gang was so against him instantly that it just didn't make sense in character to force that. So we went with the RP, and it turned out beautiful. It turned out perfect anyway. But yeah, they turned against him very quickly, which makes total sense. Like the idea of having him lead the gang was for like 4 or 5 months was probably a little bit too optimistic, because he's clearly a fucking prick. You know, he was clearly evil, man. He was nice in a way that wasn't nice. That's Eddie and Peaches. We'll talk to them in a minute. We'll just let them have their moment alone, and then we'll talk to them. Wallaby's kind of in his own head right now. Like that's where he is. But it was very important for the character that he gets closure on Joey. Like it's closure, man. It's been a year in the making, you know. From the moment like when Jack beat that guy to death in front of him, like early on in the series, and Wallaby's laying there crying and he's terrified. He wasn't scared of Jack, he was scared of Husky. And Jack hitting the guy with the hammer, he projected Husky onto Jack, you know? So it's such a big moment, man. I'm so happy with it. Oh god. Like I said, I couldn't have scripted it better. Husky, like everything about that was perfect, because I didn't even think that Husky was good. Like when he tied me up and I broke free because of Penny, he didn't know that she was doing that, by the way. He messaged me afterwards. He's like, I didn't know she was untying you till you were free and shooting, right? But that aside, after I broke free, if you listen, you hear him chasing me. He's like, where'd you go? Come back here, right? And he's chasing me. And then Eli shows up, and then Husky leaves, all right? If Eli didn't show up, he would have kept chasing me, and we would have had the showdown right then and there. But just so happened Eli showing up made him run, which led to that fucking scene in the flowers, which was so fucking perfect, man. That wouldn't have even happened if Eli didn't show up. He wouldn't have run away. It's crazy. Just like little things change everything. I'm so glad Eli showed up just for that fucking flower seed, man. Because we wouldn't have had that. And it was perfect in every way. He also, spoiler alert, he didn't know I was going to shoot him like that either. He thought I was going to duel him. Like, he legit thought I was going to duel him. Because in Wallaby's head, Wallaby offered the duel to get his guard down. But turns out that he thought that I was actually going to fucking duel him. Oops. Oops. Oh, man. If only I had the time to script, dude. If only I had the time to script. I'm convinced that if you scripted shit, it wouldn't be as good as what RP actually is. I think what makes RP so good is the ebb and flow. You know, it's the ab lib. That's what makes it good. Because we're not actors, right? I'm not an actor. So when if I have like a set of dialogue I want to say, and we set up a scene, I'm gonna be stumbling on my lines. It's gonna sound so fucking fake, but it's because it's organic that like I can, like, the characters seem more real. Because I'm not an actor. I'm just some fucking idiot playing a game. Just out here winging it. Yep. Yep. Not an actor could have fooled me.
Vert wave.
You could be an actor. No way, man. No way. That's an art, bro. Acting and voice acting is an art, bro. Like, I can do the Wallaby voice, like, organically. I'm just changing my voice and just talking, right? You give me a script and you tell me I gotta have a certain way of saying it, and like, that's an art, dude. I got nothing but respect for, like, voice actors and shit. Like, that's a whole different thing. It's a whole different kettle of fish. Whole different thing. Is Eddie Wallaby's last tether to reality? He's in reality, man. This is like, one thing I want to say is that I think a lot of people are assuming that Wallaby's going to go crazy. Right? He's not. Well, at least he's not at the moment. Wallaby is a very misunderstood character because of the laugh situation, which is a nervous tick that he got from being in solitary for so long. But he's not crazy. There's a moment in the bank robbery. It's not the bank robbery. The Saint Denis job, right? When we run into the theater, Wallaby says, "I'm in my prime." And one of the deputies yells at, "Yeah, of insanity." Like, he's in this the prime of his insanity. But he's not insane at all. In fact, I would say he might be the most rational outlaw in the entire crossing. He might be the most rational and self-aware outlaw in the entire crossing. He's very aware of what he's doing. He's very aware of what he wants. He ain't just a bloodthirsty killer. Everything he does, for the most part, has meaning and reason. It's hardly ever it's never for pride. It's never for vengeance or anything like that. He's a very grounded character, but because he has that nervous twitch where he's in that gunfight, he was laughing a lot because he was nervous as fuck because he's scared of losing his friends, right? So he's like giggling and shit through the gunfight, and they interpret that of him laughing because they're fighting, but he's not. He's fucking scared. Him laughing, that's telling you he's scared, you know? But I love that about him because he does come across that crazy, like, and people always compare him to the Joker, and that's partially my fault because I dressed him up like the Joker just for some fucking fun at one point. Like, I dressed him in those colors and shit. So that's partially my fault, but he's not. The Joker is insane and all about chaos. Wallaby's not about chaos at all. I wonder how many characters have understood this. Not many. There's only a few characters that know. Some people do understand it, yes. And, you know, a lot of the characters that hated Wallaby like Wallaby now because they've actually sat down and spoken with him, you know? And I think when you speak to him, you realize, like the characters realize, which is good for me. Like, it's good for the character because I like that about him, that he kind of takes people off guard a little bit. Because I think people, when there's like trouble brewing, like let's use the bathhouse as an example. So that whole Eddie thing with the bathhouse, right? Like the whole trouble that was stirring with that. I feel like when that was happening, the bathhouse probably assumed that, okay, we're gonna meet with Wallaby. This could go anywhere. This could get crazy. It might end up being a fucking gunfight. We're fucked. Like it's gonna be another war, whatever. But then you get into a meeting with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll fix it." And he's like, "I just want to, like, I don't want this fucking conflict bullshit. He'll fix it." He's become an expert at putting out fires. But now with Missy gone, it changes things up a little bit. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I think if you assume that he's going to leave Sisika and just start burning the place to the fucking ground, I think you're misinterpreting the character a little bit. He's in a lot of pain, obviously, and he will hide that. He'll bury it. He'll only show it to a few people that he trusts. And he'll be methodical about what he does still. Malone, okay. The time he might lose his shit if Malone was to like rub in that Missy's dead. That might cause something, but I think that's a very natural, normal thing to do. That's not someone going insane. I think that's a very normal reaction if someone was to rub in that your wife or whatever's dead. Like, I think that's a very human reaction, right? Like, if we're doing a bank robbery and Malone just decides to throw the like get out the Missy card and play it, ooh. You don't think Malone would go that low? I think he would absolutely go that low. I'm gonna check my telegrams. I'm gonna do some RP. I've been talking for far too long. You guys must be bored of me. Yeah, we hate you. Well, that Twisted Wallaby. Twisted Wallaby was post 12 months in solitary. That's what fucked him up. I think 12 months in solitary would fuck anybody up. That's a big deal. A year in solitary, just by yourself in a dark fucking room. That would fuck anybody up. But the way I played it was he came out and he was fucked up from the solitary. But the more that he hung out with his friends, the more he got back to doing the jobs that he loves to do, like bank robberies, trains. The more he did that, the old Wallaby started to shine through, and he got back. Like he grabbed reality back. He's okay. He has a couple of little tweaks and twitches when it comes to that still. Like there's still PTSD when it comes to that, and there's moments. But for the most part, he sorted himself out. Then he found the ope. Yeah, then he found the ope. I like the coin flip stuff. Oh, I'm still going to use the coin. Absolutely.
How's it going?
He hasn't spoken to her yet.
Edwin's catching some fish for us.
Oh.
I'm digging up worms. It's efficient.
It's efficient.
Get it?
Yeah.
We're gonna make a Thanksgiving feast.
When is Thanksgiving? Is it tomorrow? Oh,
We're gonna have baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, fish. We're gonna try to make a cornucopias.
Wow. It's good to see you two working together.
Yeah. He was real sweet after, Missy died. I weren't too good. Helped a lot.
That's good.
We've been worried about you in here, though.
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you?
Oh, yes.
I'm not, and I loved her, but you were the most important thing to her. Guess you're stronger. I think he's real focused on fishing. Sometimes, you just get in the zone.
Yeah, but he's not catching any fish.
Yeah, well, maybe he's trying to get into the mind of the fish. First you gotta become the fish and then understand the fish and then catch the fish. He might be at the first part of it.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. Don't question the
Think of the 8
method.
months, man. Vixolation. Think of the
He
2
gets
months. Tico.
results,
Think of the
and
9.
that's all that matters. You hungry?
Not at the moment.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Oh, sorry. Get the life out of me.
How goes the fishing?
Well, thinking maybe we might have enough for a little, dinner.
Yeah, that's nice. Don't let Booker see it.
What, don't tell me she doesn't let you have fish.
Potatoes only, no.
Well, he's the cook, right?
Well, you're gonna have to cook it without her seeing. You gotta be careful.
Take my worms!
Can't take your worms. I ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch
give me the
anything?
Oh, yeah, I got plenty of fish.
We should cook
9
it up.
fish. I need a knife. I thought Booker might have gave me a knife.
Why would
Why
Booker
would
give you a
Booker-
knife?
Because I assumed that we were allowed to have the carving knives, remember?
Yeah. To
That
carve
was bef-
potatoes.
Yeah, I can do that with the, the fish.
Well, then you're gonna have to wait for her.
Or we can make some baked potatoes.
Also, did she let you have the knife recently? Because knives are kind of a sore subject on accounts of the whole guard being stabbed.
It's a blunt knife. All it can be used for is
Someone stabbed a guy with a knife.
Yeah,
assuming
okay.
that might be good.
Didn't
I mean, what more can they take?
didn't
from me?
KG have something to do with that?
So
Where's my
much.
hair? Now this?
Alice. God damn it. Is he looks, dude, the way his pants are and then his shirt is like puffy at the top. He looks like the fucking penguin from this angle. Like Danny DeVito penguin body. That's 10-ton
Who
gang,
the
man.
fuck is that?
No idea, and I don't want to approach it.
Okay.
Why is his build like that? I don't know. He's got a fucked up body, bro. Must be getting released. Fuck. I don't think they updated my... Yeah, it still says 10 days, but I'm out of here on the 28th, right? Which is 5 days away? Right? I kind of respect people that make unattractive characters. Oh, I agree. I think the more unattractive you are, the more memorable you are. That's my belief. I think the more memorable your look is. That's why Boyd is so memorable. Whoa. Whoa, what the fuck?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Want a coin?
Yeah. I'd love it. We should talk.
Sure thing. You want to go outside the walls?
Oh, we can do it in the cafeteria. Y'all sip on McLeod? Yeah, McLeod, man. Maybe I think it's on my paperwork to be released on the 28th. I've been in here for a while. You're gonna have to keep me updated on what's going on out there. Motherfucker, can't sit. I'll just stand.
Okay. What do you need to know?
Everything. I haven't spoken to anyone. Pete was in here, so was Charles when I arrived. I haven't seen anyone.
Well, Pete's doing Pete, smoking. He's obviously he's upset about the whole situation. He's dealing with it in his own way. He's just smoking extra. Still doing his shine. Charles, I don't know. Charles was a bit distraught, a bit down on himself, as he would be. But he came to and he said, you know, whenever everybody's out, let him know and whatnot. You know how he be. He hides under a rock. Rennie, I saw her. I heard she shot a deputy or something. I don't know. She wanted to be left alone. I wasn't gonna argue. So, yeah. Haven't seen her in another full moon.
And how about you? How are you holding up?
Oh, you know me, man. You know, I'm held together. Everything's grand. Everything's fine. That deal was something, you know.
I told you I'd look after you. Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Was it worth it?
The deal?
No.
You mean waiting, plotting like we did?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a matter of worth it or not. We were put into a position that was just, you know, our hands were tied. I'll tell you what my views on it was. Either way, I could see somebody was going to get lost. You think maybe we just should have paid? Maybe. Hindsight, sure. But did we know what was going to happen after the fact? Well, I guess we'll never know. I'll tell you what we do know. We knew he came to make damage, all right? That's we knew that for a fact.
Because of me.
Not because of you, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's not beat around the bush. It was here for me. I shot him dead. In the big valley.
Good.
He wanted to tell me something, but he couldn't get it out. But he left his mark. Old Husky.
Howdy.
Would you give us a minute real quick?
Yep.
Well, listen, there's no point looking back, all right? There's no point looking back because, you know, there's 100 things we could have done different. But, you know, listen, man, you can't put that all on your shoulder. I mean, despite many things being wrong with that, that's got to weigh on your mind, man. That gray-haired, sunken-eyed bastard came to do damage in a twisted way. I could see that in him.
She's gone, Eddie.
I know she is.
I lost my Pixie. Should have known that Husky tar box wouldn't go down without drawing his fair share of blood. I should have known better. He took my brother and then her.
What are you, man? What are you? One of these hocus pocus? What are you? One of these circus people? You can't tell the future, man. You didn't know. You can't blame yourself. You knew about the brother. We set things in motion. We were gonna make a plan to do what we were gonna do, get justice. So things didn't plan out.
Justice. Why